Hello, welcome to Modern Day Deborah, Voice for the Voiceless. My name is Michelle. Welcome to my channel. If you've been watching my videos for the past 5 days, you know that I am in the middle of a series entitled 10 Days, 10 Warning Signs, and 10 Scriptures. And I'm doing 10 warning signs in honor of it being Domestic Violence Awareness Month. This month of October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And instead of doing a long video that probably would have been 2 hours or more about the 10 warning signs, I decided that I would just do one each day for 10 days. And so the first day we did verbal abuse. I think the second day we did physical abuse. And then has the person been abusive in previous relationships? Does the person have uncontrollable anger? And does the person have mood swings? Do they have this Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde personality? So those were the warning signs that we talked about so far that would indicate to you that this person is abusive. Tonight, we are on day 6. And so warning sign number 6 is extreme jealousy. If the person is extremely jealous. Jealousy is a reaction to a perceived threat, real or imagined, to a valued relationship. So when a healthy relationship experiences jealousy, it comes from a place of protection, a place of love. One person sees a potential threat to the marriage and expresses concern or jealousy. Together, the couple discusses the issue rationally and comes to an agreement on how to move forward. They are both committed to the healthy relationship and are not insecure about who they are as individuals. So that's in a healthy relationship or a healthy marriage. If you perceive that there is a threat to the marriage or the relationship, and you have this concern, then you talk about it together. You talk about it, and together you come to a decision on how you're going to move forward pertaining to whatever the concern is. But when jealousy is intense or irrational, that's a different story. It's specifically when that leads to violence. It's specifically when that person, just their jealousy to the point that they go into a rage, it leads to violence. That's a red flag. 1 Corinthians 13, 4-7, the New Living Translation says, love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It is not irritable, and it keeps no record of being wronged. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance. So in a healthy relationship, jealousy is a response to a real threat to the relationship, and that's normal. But if one partner is jealous for no reason, this could be a red flag, specifically if the jealousy includes anger and unrealistic expectations and they have unfounded accusations. I mean, just accusing you of cheating on them and you never have given them a reason to do that. You've never given them a reason to think that you would be unfaithful to them or that they have any reason not to trust you. That type of jealousy is not, and I'm talking about when it's not a one-time thing. This is a pattern of behavior that this person has where they are constantly accusing you of cheating and they have no basis for this accusation. It just really, the real reason is they're insecure. Remember, I talked about abusers are insecure. They feel inadequate. They have low self-esteem, and they consistently project those insecurities on you by making you feel bad about yourself, humiliating you, calling you names, putting you down. And that is a way to establish and maintain control in their relationship. Remember, the definition of domestic violence is when a person uses different types of abuse tactics to establish and maintain power and control in that relationship over that person. And so one of the main things that they will do is verbally abuse you to the point that, you feel inadequate and you have low self-esteem. And I always say this Specifically, if you go into a relationship with somebody that's abusive and you already have low self-esteem, it is extremely hard to not only get out of that relationship, but then you need, when you get out, to definitely get into some type of counseling, because if you were already had issues with your self-esteem, and you already felt inadequate, all these things that they're saying about you, you already felt that way before you got into the relationship with this person. Undoubtedly, that is going to do a number on you. And I'm talking about the verbal and emotional abuse, and I'll get more into that as we get further along in the week. But just understanding it is a pattern of behavior. This person is constantly accusing you of cheating on them, and they have no basis for it. And no matter what you do, you can't convince them that you're telling the truth, or that they have no reason to feel that way. And just be mindful that this is a red flag, specifically if it is in conjunction with any of the other warning signs that we talked about for the past 5 days. If this person is extremely jealous, and when they get extremely jealous, they get angry, they start, smashing stuff, and, they just get uncontrollably angry. They go into a rage, and then it escalates into physical abuse. That is a very dangerous situation, and you need to seek help. You need to seek help immediately. So keep this in mind. Does he constantly accuse you of cheating? When you are away from him, does he constantly check up on you? Does he get angry if you are gone too long to the store or running errands? I mean, what if you go to the store, Walmart or whatever, and you run into a classmate, an old classmate of yours, and you guys just, you're just standing there talking and catching up, and, time just gets away. I mean, it happens. But if this person is extremely jealous, and you come home a few minutes late from running errands, or a few minutes late from work, they just get off the chain. It can't be for any other reason other than you were cheating on them. That's, like I said, and they have no basis for that. It's because there's no basis. It's just the fact that they are insecure, and they feel inadequate, and they have low self-esteem, and that's just in their mind. That's what that has to be what took you so long. Like I said, does he get angry if you look at or talk to other men? Do you have male friends? I mean, an extremely jealous person might even get mad if you talk to a person in your family, a cousin, or one of your relatives. They accusing you of how you messing around with one of your own family members. An extremely jealous person would do that. Is he jealous of the relationship you have with your family, friends, or even your kids, claiming he just wants to have you all to himself? Initially in a relationship, some forms of of jealousy may seem to you to be innocent, that he just cares about me, or he really loves me. But just check for a pattern. If this is something that is just, you just be thinking to yourself, well, I just don't understand why would he think that? You should be able to go to the store. I mean, if it take you an hour or whatever, I mean, it is that pattern of behavior that is constantly accusing you of something when they have no basis for it. And like I said, the basis is basically, they're just insecure. And then when you add these other forms of abuse to that, like I said, if they're being verbally abusive to you because they're jealous, if they're, like I said, going into a rage, they're angry and, yelling at you and breaking stuff, and, and definitely if it gets to the point where it escalates to where he's being physically abusive to you because he's extremely jealous, or he thought you was gone too long and you cheating on him. You came home from work too late. If that is leading to physical abuse, that is a major red flag, and you need to seek help immediately. An extremely jealous person is very possessive and does not want to share you with anyone. So please be mindful that extreme jealousy often leads to physical violence and in some cases death. When a victim, specifically after the victim leaves the abusive relationship, that can be the most dangerous time. And that is when we see a lot of the domestic violence homicides. A lot of them are after the victim decides to leave the abusive relationship. So if the person was extremely jealous during the relationship before she left, and he's said before, if you ever leave me, I'm gonna kill you. So that is a threat. A threat is a rehearsal to an act, and you need to make sure that, and for a fact that he has carried out on other threats, and he's threatened you. If you ever leave me, I'm going to kill you. You need to take that threat very seriously. And I'm going to talk about how to leave the relationship, how to leave safely. If you are in a relationship with someone who's extremely jealous, and they are exhibiting other forms of abuse, such as going into a rage when they, and they're angry and they're going into a rage because, like I said, they are extremely jealous, and it's escalating. It's becoming more frequent and more severe. You should seek help immediately. You need to get out of that very dangerous abusive relationship. But remember that leaving can be the most dangerous time. So you want to make sure that you contact a victim advocate in your area that can help you develop a safety plan so that you and your kids can leave safely. Most police departments, sheriff departments, women's centers, domestic violence shelters all have victim advocates. So if you don't know where to go in your area to speak with the victim advocate about developing a safety plan so you can leave safely, contact the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233. They have victim advocates on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they can help you find some place in your area that has victim advocates that can help you develop a safety plan. But in the event of emergency, dial 911. If it's the middle of the crisis, dial 911. But just make sure that you're paying attention that, we've been talking about warning signs. So this is just a warning sign. Extreme jealousy is very dangerous if it is in conjunction with this person having uncontrollable anger. And like I talked about in I think when I was talking about the uncontrollable anger, and you got to be running from this person. I've had victims, they have to go lock themselves in the bathroom or go lock themselves in the closet to get away from him because he's in a rage. That is a very dangerous situation to be in. And jealousy, it in a lot of cases has led to this person killing their partner. So make sure that you take this very seriously. There are some forms, there's some forms of abuse that in conjunction with this could be very, very lethal. Specifically, like I said, if it's the uncontrollable anger, and this is when this person is angry, or when they are jealous and they're accusing you of cheating on them or whatever they're accusing you of, and it always escalates from that to being physically abusive, or it leads to physical abuse. That is a very dangerous situation that you are in, and you need to seek help to get out immediately. Again, that could be the most dangerous time. So make sure that you contact a victim advocate in your area so they can help you develop a safety plan so that you and your kids can leave safely. Most police departments, sheriff's departments women's centers, domestic violence shelters all have victim advocates. If you don't know where to go in your area, contact the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233. They have victim advocates on call 24/7. And they can tell you where to go in your area to get help. Well, that is it for day 6 of 10 days, 10 warning signs, and 10 scriptures. The warning sign for tonight was extreme jealousy. If the person is extremely jealous, and this extreme jealousy is a pattern, this is a pattern with them, and they're constantly accusing you of, specifically, and one of the things that is most common is they're accusing you of cheating, no matter how you try to assure them that is not the case. And they just, there's nothing you can do to convince them that they don't have that to worry about. And then not only are they extremely jealous, but now they have this anger and this rage that leads to physical abuse. Very, very dangerous. So, like I said, that is the 6th warning sign. It is extreme jealousy. The scripture for tonight was 1 Corinthians 13, verses 4-7. Remember to guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it flow the issues of life. I'll see you back here tomorrow with another warning sign. Be blessed.